So today we're taking apart and upgrading the thermal pads on an MSI RX570 with the 8 gigabyte. I am grounded using a cable to this metal case that's plugged in through the power supply, so it's fully grounded. I'm wearing rubber shoes just in case. Basically all we did, we used a tiny screwdriver, take off the 4 screws on the back panel. Caution, this does void your warranty, but this one doesn't really have a warranty. And I used Arctic thermal paste kit, the first thermal remover, to put a couple dabs and wipe it off to get the thermal paste off, and then once it dries you do a prep with this one and Q-tips and a bunch of napkins, and we replaced the thermal pads. There were thermal pads under here that needed to be replaced. You would take the screws off from the back and change the thermal pads here, and cleaned it as well. Now it's almost ready to put back together, and so I have my Arctic Silver and I'm gonna apply a dab. A lot of people have different ideas on this. Some people spread it, some people just put a dab and then smush it. Typically with a CPU, you put a dab and smush it, but since this is GPU, we'll spread it a little bit. That's a little, we're not putting a different kind of heatsink on, so. The reason why we're doing this is because this GPU is overheating, and we believe the overheating issues were due to either old thermal paste or old thermal pads that disintegrate over time, and like they literally like fall apart. Look at this one, it was just coming apart and disintegrating. It's disintegrated onto my fingers pieces. You can't burn these GPUs. You just are gonna basically, like, as you're mining 24/7, the worst thing that could happen is you might need to change a fan, which are like $5, or you might need to do this, which is like the most invasive thing, which is opening it up and changing the thermal pads and the thermal paste. And we're gonna put this back together and we're basically done. Thanks.